Pandas, 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 pandas. I got bros on the net, twisted dope, knee, and Fanta. Good morning, pandas. Welcome to the stream. Glad that you guys are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Day train like a predator. Good morning, Spark. Good morning, Bernadette. Good morning, Blaze. Good morning, SW Blaze. Good morning from Chicago. Make sure you drop a GM in the chat. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. We just finished a pre-market show. Always have a great time there. Pandas, get ready for the greatest move you've ever seen in your life. Get ready for blast off. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Starting with the trade. Let's go, baby. I'm trying to create a certain setup where I can have a running account with you guys from like beginning to end, and I like to have that with you guys. I'm still trying to figure out how to set it up, because it can just get a little messy because I'm switching between the pre-market show and the mainstream. I'm trying to figure out how to do this so it's gonna be the best experience for everyone here. Yeah, give me till next week to figure out how to set this up. But right now, I am currently actually trading. So if you guys are not taking advantage of that, the coupon, please take advantage of it. Right now, I am trading a 300K Apex evaluation with you guys, 300K one. I'm gonna try to set up so you can see, you know, the progress and all this stuff, kind of like how we did during the 24/7 stream. And I'm gonna try to trade this only during stream. And the reason why I'm willing to do this is because the 80% off code is valid for reoccurring months. So I'm willing to trade this kind of slowly, and willing to trade this in a way where we can basically you know, trade this only during stream, so you can see like my progress just during stream. And I'm gonna try to make it like that, but the only reason I'm willing to do that is because right now the Apex code is ridiculous. It's like 80% off the first month, 80% off all recurring months. So it's ridiculous in terms of the actual yeah, how cheap it actually is. And like, to be honest, like if you're just beginning, I would recommend, like if you don't have the, you know, if you don't have the what's it called, like the lifetime or whatever license for NinjaTrader. Currently, if you buy the 25K one, honestly, I would recommend to get the 50K one, because it's like just a couple dollars more. But like with $30 a month, like you can actually get like free, basically not free data, obviously, because you're paying for it, but the data and the license for NinjaTrader, like that comes with it, and you're paying $30 a month. It allows you to trade sim, it gives you market data, and also gives you the ability to potentially get funding. I think this is probably their best one yet. What's a PA fee after passing the? It's the same, 85, like 80 or $85. It's $85. I'm only gonna take this trade up here, unless we get a trap on a 10,000 tick. Market's about to open. I don't know if I want to have this trade set up before market open, because sometimes it might have like a quick volatility spike, and it may just like trigger and then just reverse down immediately. It can do that right at the open. I'm a little worried that it might do that because we're 6 minutes away from the market open. I don't like to have a trade up this close to market open typically. Getting a second entry long, but obviously we have a kind of like a spiking channel forming here. It's a little bit difficult, honestly. I mean, this area, just as much as it can be a breakout area, it can be a resistance, especially when you look at the daily chart. The reason why I want to enter long here is because we have this Pikachu trade on the daily chart. It's very rare setup Pikachu trades. Like if you look, You know, tell me how many Pikachu trades you really see on the daily chart. You see one here, and you see how it blasts off when you do have a Pikachu trade. This was like an actual genuine Pikachu almost on the daily chart. And we're getting another Pikachu trade here. We're starting to find some, you know, choppiness in this area. It could trigger a second entry long here. I'm willing to take this though. I'm willing to take this. It's just 2-point scalp and we're gonna have a runner. I'm pretty sure we can get a 2-point scalp if we break above here. The only problem is it's so close to the market open. I'm not looking for the second entry long here actually. I'm actually not looking for that. I'm only willing to take this trade if we actually break above this level. I'm not trying to trade up to it. I'm just trying to trade once it breaches. Once it breaches, pandas. Welcome to stream. Make sure you fill out that poll. Drop a GM in the chat with your location. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Chewy says, I'm getting that 50K on Friday. NJ says, a recurring offer is crazy. Game changer. David Wall, good morning from Taiwan. Kid Poker, man, all the way from Taiwan. Welcome. All I do is trade. Good morning, Kid Poker. Good morning, Ralph Gruns. Good morning, guys. Chris, good morning. Yeah, there is a measure move here. That's another thing. So I had this marked here, and the measure move is actually right here at the spot, making it also tricky because some people are going to just take profits at that measure move. See, that's why I feel like I need to wait for a second push up here before putting this order in. I just feel like we can get 2 points though. I don't know. It's tricky. Usually when it's tricky, I let it go, but this is an apex evaluation, so I'm not as worried here. But I'm going to trade it semi-aggressively. You see I have 10 contracts here. It's just for a 2-point scalp. And we're going to have 2 runners going. Yeah, maybe I'll try the second attempt here. It's a little tricky. A little tricky right now for me. Market's about to open 2 minutes. We do have a trap trade here about to trigger right near this key area. Are we gonna have a trending day today, pandas? It's a question. We could easily have a trending day if we break above the previous day's high. Market's about to open. 40 seconds. It's just tricky. I'm not sure if I could take this trade, to be honest. Maybe with a retest. What I'm thinking is, if it breaks through, comes back down, does something like this, and breaks through again, that's when I would enter. The second time. Just because it's so close to market open, I'm a little worried. And the measure move here. Very obvious measure move, in my opinion. People might take profits here, so it might struggle in this area. But once you see the people take the profits and it starts to come back up, that's when you know, like, the people who took the profits, they're out. But the people who are, you know, strong bulls, they're still in.
5-minute trap.
All right, market just open, pandas. We got the trap that triggered. Just waiting, sitting on my pause here. Okay, strong push down here. Okay, measure move wasn't even hit. Let me get a trap. 10,000 tick chart. We're so close to triggering this. I feel like we're gonna trigger it.
10,000 tick trap.
I'm gonna take this trade on a 10,000 tick chart. Think if we trigger this, we're gonna break above the previous day's high.
10,000 tick trap.
Look at the 10,000 tick chart trade. It's coming at the very top of the wedge here. It can create a double top in this area, to be honest. Okay, second entry long. A, B, C. I mean, are you looking for a long trade here or a possible reversal? Okay, pushing down now. I mean, is this looking strong to go up now? It's a question. We do have these wedges here. This wedge playing out. Typically, probably look for a retest of the high here, some way or another. This trade, I don't know if I like it anymore. It's looking worse and worse on the 10,000 tick. All right, 10,000 tick doesn't look viable anymore. Could just be a big trading range again today. Could create a trap trade here instead. I don't know if I like the trap trade though either. I'm so eager for this to go up here. I may be losing sight. I may be getting married to a premise when I shouldn't be. Do I like the short trade here is a question. Maybe all day reversal. Ooh, okay. It doesn't look good. I mean, it might be cooling down a little bit for the second push up. Sinking trend line here maybe. From here, this pivot low to this level. Does break above here on this trend line. It's beneath the 20 MA, so it's difficult for me to take that long. Okay, does scalp out off of this trend line. Higher low setup will be a better setup for me. Because we're beneath the 20 MA, the higher low setup is a more reliable trade for me. Still looking for that measure move. trap trade could still trigger, but higher low will be a better trade for me. Higher low, second entry long. Okay, good signal bar to go short if you were looking for a trap trade. Opening reversal setup here. Could be possible. This could be one of those trades you take and you just hold it for the entire day. That could actually be what's happening here. The risk not too large. I'm going to take the higher low though. Higher low, second entry long in this area. Because we're off this trend line here. Looking for a retest of this high. Technically come with a... Oh, okay, I'm already in this trade. Doesn't come with a retracement, but just going to take it like how it is. Signal bar, low here. Going for 5 points, 4 points and one runner. 4 contracts for 2 points for the scalp, and then one runner. I will add on to my position if we get a trap trade here. Currently looks like a second entry short. It might stop me out. Looks like a strong reason to go short, maybe reverse my trade. But like I said, I'm going to hold on to my trade. If we get another re-entry here on the trap trade, I'll enter again. But I'm going to just take the hit here. The risk reward is not too bad. Even though I'm going to lose a lot of money because I'm trading 5 contracts, it's not too bad because of the potential of being able to try again. But usually you'll get out when you see a candle like this. You're thinking, certainly I will get stopped out. I get stopped out here. It's all good. Now higher low, second entry long. This reversal could be a strong reversal and can reverse for a long time. It ends up being a second entry short. Every higher low ends up being a second entry short. So second entry short here. It might trap here though. I'm not sure. I wasn't looking to reverse my trade necessarily. But if this traps here, I don't know. I'm going to sit in my pause. That's not typically how I like to trade the trap trade. Multiple bear bars ending near their lows. In a reversal area. Coming off that wedge as well. I was thinking that new high might have been created. But, you know, the bounce off this trend line made it feel like we had a chance to maybe have another push up because we had this nice looking signal bar plus another nice looking signal bar for that higher low, and got stopped out. So I don't mind losing that trade. It's okay. It's okay. This could be a nice reversal though with the second entry short near the wedge, top of the wedge here. Decent push down. You just take the loss and move on. I know I'm down a lot right now, but I'm trading a lot, so you know, just be patient, pandas. Don't worry. Don't worry. I lost 1, 2, 3.25 points. No, 3.5 points on that trade. 3.5 points. We could have a break of trend to new low here. Stay on my pause. Salvador says, Panda, how much commission do you pay per emini? Round trip, it should be about like $3.90 or $4, something like that. $4. I'm okay here. My setup right now, I'm looking for a fail second entry short. That's my only setup I'm looking for at the moment. The 5-minute looks pretty poor. It looks weak. Looks like it wants to go down. Right, multiple bear bars, big push down. No trade. Ends up being a nice reversal trade here. I was thinking about reversing it, but I typically do not reverse it. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know why I don't. Well, one thing Al Brooks says, don't do it. But I guess for me, I gotta figure out why I shouldn't. You know, maybe I should. Maybe I'm different now, Brooks. I don't know. Pretty strong push down. I thought we were gonna break above the previous day's high, because on the daily chart, look. I mean, look how close we were, a couple points away, and never got there. We never got there. Ends up reversing here, furthering the premise that we probably will continue yesterday's trading range. Yesterday's trading range is blue box. You can see. Coming right back into it. Two pushes down to make that new low. Notice on the 2000 tick chart, we do have a trading range. We were at the top of the trading range and we just bounced off the bottom of the trading range. This might be too many lines for people. Trap trade here, a little too far down. A little too far away from 20 May. Not my style. The 5-minute may try to fill the gap. Right? If you look at the 5-minute chart, I only mark the regular trading hours. And so you may come back down to fill the gap on the 5-minute chart. Notice how yesterday we never got to fill the gap until market open today, and finally filled that gap. But now we created another gap. So just very gappy. Higher low setup here. Second entry short here. We might get that trap trade actually. End up getting that trap beneath the 20 MA, bouncing off the previous or this. All right, outside bar reversal. Trap does trigger. It might push up strongly here. But you see how we're beneath the 20 MA? I can't take that trade being underneath the 20 MA. Plus also so close to filling the gap. I mean, I'm thinking you're going to fill the gap sooner or later. So we're just bouncing around. No trades I like currently. Trap ends up working out, coming back to the top of the trend line, but notice how the trap is an outside bar reversal underneath the 20 minute. It does bounce off the bottom of the trading range indicator. You can see with this red line and this green line. I didn't draw those. Those are automatically created using the trading range indicator that uses pure price action to find these trading ranges. Hard to trade this right now. I just don't know. I'm not going to take this short either. We're coming off the trend line, but look at, we had an undershoot, possibly lead to an overshoot. Plus also the 5 minute, the gap still hasn't been filled. We haven't even touched the 20 EMA yet. We had 3 strong bear bars. Or 3 bear bars, maybe not strong, but 3 bear bars in a row. Another push up. Notice how this reacts here from the top of this signal bar. Makes a micro double bottom. You can see with limit order bulls are entering here. It's not looking good for the bulls currently. I'll just say that. This trend line is holding, as you can see. I'm trying to break above it. Maybe the undershoot to overshoot here. Just watching. I have no idea, Pandas, what's going on. I can't take a trade in all this mess. I tried to trade here, but it's reversing. There's something that you can notice here though, is how high this goes up. Well, let's see. You know, bears are banking the fact that we won't break this pivot high, so they'll keep on selling. But notice, I mean, this pivot high doesn't even come to this pivot, like these closes here, right? This high doesn't even reach here. I almost want to go short here now because we can't even reach this previous like pivot, and I mean, when we actually hit the pivot, we basically make a double top. So potentially have a lower high second entry short here, but also trading range indicator saying we're at the bottom trading range. So difficult, confusing. Going sideways now, getting choppy. Going in and out of 20 EMA, as you can see. Right, the 20 EMA, it's like in the middle of all the bars. That's when you know you're starting to get a little choppy here. Could be a failed or second entry short here. Just several bounces off the 20 EMA, but we're getting a little choppy as well, so a little tricky. So if you do break here, we could be in like a smaller trading range, like a very tight trading range here. If we break below here, you can come right back up to it. It's a lower high second entry short here. Coming off the trend line, coming off the 20 EMA. The one thing I don't like is the fact that we're bouncing off the previous or the low of the trading range. Tough. I like the strength of the bears because the pivot high made a double top with here and also couldn't break above this pivot low. So you're kind of getting the staircase pattern here right now. I don't want to go short here. I just don't like the choppiness. The immediate context seems very choppy. doji bar, inside bar being created actually here. OI pattern. Could reverse. This reversal could be nice. But again, it's just too choppy. I mean, it could be nice, but also it could not be nice. It could chop you up here, making you think we're going to break out one way or another. But currently, we're just going sideways. So you see these limit order bulls and bears coming in. It's the limit order bulls coming in here, one tick beneath the break of this bar. And we're about to trigger a trap trade here. Trap does trigger with a strong bull bar ending on its high with some follow through. Could be break a trend. Looking for a new high here. All too confusing. It's just going in and out of 20 MA for me. I'm just sitting on my pause. Salvatore's declaring he will not be chopped up like he was yesterday. See, notice how the trap does trigger, and we're finding ourselves right back down. You can tell by the footprints of the bulls and bears, what's happening. It's a limit order market, right? They're selling at the top of this range, buying at the bottom of this range. In fact, this short here could be a good short, but it's so choppy, right? When we started going in and out of the 20 MA, like 1, 2, 3 bars going out of the 20 MA like that, going through, it just, for me, signal, just sit on your pause, wait for this to resolve, because you're just crazy confused. Inside bar on 10,000 tick chart. 10,000 creates an inside bar, means breakout mode. Breakout mode means when you break the previous candle's high or low, then put strong move. You're thinking it's going to go down because the original trend was down, right? You have a downwards move inside, right? Inside bar breakout mode. You're thinking continuation, probably to the previous low or close. Jamie asks, why the chop lately? Well, there is some inertia going on. The weekly chart, if you look at it, it was a doji. And so we may get another doji bar this week, plus holiday week. We just might not get much action until, you know, we get more clarity on things. But, I mean, if you look at the daily chart, look how sideways we've been going. How many overlapping bars is this? You know, inertia typically continues. Or because of inertia, the price action typically continues as it was. So until we break out of this range, you got to really trade it like a range on the daily chart. Range on the daily chart, overlapping bars on the daily chart just means trading range on the intraday chart. Just watching, have no idea what's happening. Salvatore says, has this been unseen before? Nah, I remember there were some summers when the chop was worse than this and longer, I think. I'll go ahead and look at the daily chart. So we have, let's just say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overlapping bars. Here, pretty bad chop. I mean, you do have a training day, but pretty bad chop. Pretty bad chop here, pretty bad chop here, I guess. This volatility was probably crazy. Training days, up and down, up and down, up and down. But overall chop. This here, this grind, even though it keeps going up, it was probably choppy throughout the days. Here, chop. And this was last year, November. Around this time last year. Chop, like all of this grind here in the summer. This is like one of the worst price actions you could possibly imagine for a long period of time. It does grind upwards, like even here, you know, even this, you know, like last summer I think was really bad trading. We might get something similar to that. I mean, I'm not saying this is not bad, but I think there was worse or equivalent. But I mean, it's not common either. I mean, this is a lot of chop. This is a lot of chop. So I'm not. That's the thing about the market, pandas. It just always throws your curveballs. Harvey says, thanks for the Apex code. Yeah, by the way, there is an Apex code right now. 80% off, but the nice thing about this one is 80% off, not just the first month, but every month afterwards. And so for those who like to take their time, who like to take their time when it comes to passing evals, this is perfect for you. Break a trend to new high. Just complete chop still. Anything small trading range. Every time you break above it, fail breakout, comes back down, fail breakdown, comes back up. Still limit order market. People are buying limit orders at 1 point above the previous pivot high. People bought at the bottom of this strong bear bar. They don't care. They're saying this is a trading range. We're going to buy whatever we can, and we're going to even get a small discount because we got 2 ticks below. They're happy it came back down here. Limit order bear bulls are happy it comes down here. Say thanks for the great price. Let me scalp out. Limit order bears saying when it comes back up here, thanks for the great price. Let me scalp out. They continue to do so until their stop loss gets hit. This to me is not worth it though. It's not worth it for me. The probability and the risk reward is not worth it for me. I'm not familiar enough to trade situations like this, but maybe I should. Maybe days like this where we know it's gonna be pretty choppy, we should just expect price action to look like this and take advantage of it if we can. The only real news we have this week, according to my news plugin, is on Wednesday. Flash services at 9:45, and on Wednesday as well, 2 o'clock, FOMC meeting minutes. So Wednesday will be the day that we may get some movement. Not sure though. See, the bears are saying thanks for the great price, 1 tick above this high. We scalped out already. Thank you for that. So some people are making a killing in this, and some people are getting killed in this. Because look at the bears, the bulls, or the bears who sold here, right? There are bulls who had to sell it to them. For every sell, there must be a buy. So bulls are buying. Okay, we're pushing up. So choppy. I'm not touching this. I'm not touching this. Yeah, so the bears have to sell, but for every sell there must be a buy. So, there are people who are buying up here where the bears are selling into, and they're getting chopped up. For every buyer there's a seller. Every seller there's a buyer. Philip says BBM 80 will give you 80% off from the listed price for the first month, then it's 50% on all resets. No, that's not true. BBM 80 will give you 80% off from the first month and 80% off every single month afterwards. But resets, there's no discount on resets. There's no discounts on resets. Pushing up. Just waiting for something to happen here. That was quite choppy and frankly vile. Just filthy. Sick. Price action starts to look like this. Just sick. Pushing higher. Amazing. Amazingly as well, those who are looking for that measure move, they're still safe. Right? Like, those who are looking for this measure move are still safe. Pandas, guess what? Guess the trading range indicator. Guess what it perfectly predicted? It predicted the top, also predicted the bottom, and we're coming back to the top. Straight to it. Strong, exhaustive move up. Amazing. Trading range indicator on trading range days. Mwah. It's just... it's just delicious. Key says, are you trading 300K? No, I'm not. I'm actually trading 300K with this new, the new code. So I can take my time with it. Because I'm planning to trade it only during stream. So you guys can follow along. And I gotta figure out the, the graphical, setup to show you, the progress as we go through this. Straight beeline to the top of the trading range. And guess what, Pandas? Guess where we might end up? Back to the bottom of the trading range is very possible. Okay, second push up. We're so close to the previous day's high. We may trigger it. We're also near the measure move. So those who are looking for that measure move, technically they're still waiting for it. If they're willing to hold through this entire swing and this big move down. Some might have taken profits maybe after this strong bear bar or this strong bear bar. Or maybe after this move, they might have just taken their profits here and maybe re-enter somewhere down here. But, some people who are waiting for this measure move are may be still holding on to it. And this could create the double top. That may create another reversal. Unsure. We're getting a strong move up now. I'm very tempted to still take a trade above here. Now that we have some price action here, I may take this trade up here, but it's a little tricky. A little tricky because we're showing the market cycle currently being trading range. But if we do get a nice move up here, I'm thinking 2-point scalp at least. Exactly, Big Mama. These previous days highs and lows, when you break, especially because this one's a daily Pikachu trade, whoo-wee. Who knows what can happen? But I'm thinking at least 2-point scalp if we break above this high with the daily Pikachu. And it's just currently I don't like the price action leading up to it. I mean, like, it seems like we're in a trading range right here. If we do break above it, we could just be, a failed breakout of this trading range. Might come back down, and like it it might just do that. I mean, that's the tricky part. Tricky thing about this one. It could be a double top here as well. I don't like the price action leading up to it. It seems a little exhausted at this point. How many point stop? 5 point stop for Big Mama trade. Possible double top here though. Could lead back to the bottom of the trading range. This is sketchy. Because the measure move as well. You can stall out here, and sometimes when you hit the measure move, you kind of spike above a little bit, and then just shoot right back down. Sketchy, sketchy. Currently how I'm seeing this trend line right now. Do we have enough juice for Big Mama though? That's the question. Let's see here. Let's see. Big Mama daily chart, second entry long Pikachu trade. Wow, wow, right? And this pivot bounced off the previous pivot high. It's something I will be willing to take a chance for. I think it's worth it. When I did the evals, did I buy 10 with trade match at the trade copier? No, I wasn't copying my trades. I was handling them independently. I would not trade I would not copy my trades when I trade so aggressively on the eval onto my actual cash accounts, because it's too risky. Too risky. You can't reset your paid accounts. You can reset your evals, which I didn't mind doing. So just waiting though. If it doesn't hit my level, I don't even worry about it. I may enter it on a on a second entry long on the 10,000 tick though. Just waiting. Just waiting. No setup yet. If we were so close to this level, I would probably think, I don't know, reverse this. Second entry long, perhaps triggering here. Inside bar and 10,000 tick chart. Pushing strongly up. Trap trade, right? It's a second entry short, but that traps. Outside bar reversal, not one I like. I don't like taking outside bar reversals. Seems overextended at this point. Making this trade riskier, a little bit risky. But I mean, if you trigger the second entry short on the daily chart, you gotta be good for 2 points, right? At least. Trap does actually end up making a nice move. Possible wedge here. You're asking for a lot for this break. Well, let's see if we get it. Look, just looking for 2 points here. Also made a new high and measure move. Big Mama about to be hit. One tick away from Big Mama being hit. Big Mama not yet hit. Still waiting for Big Mama to be hit. Big Mama about to be hit, pandas. Big Mama just hit. Let's see if we can get 2 points. 2 point scalp, looking for a runner with 2 runners. You can move your stop loss here. All right. Big Mama just hit. 2 point scalp. Let's see how high the runner can go. We got 2 runners here. I'm not sure if our runners can go anywhere. Whoa! 1 tick! Our runner's still alive! Pandas! Come on, push! Push! Don't take me out! Don't do it! It's all good. That's the whole point of runners, right, pandas? That's the whole point of runners. You want to potentially have free money, but when you're overextended like this, you're thinking runners are going to get hit. I should have might have just scalped out, but Big Mama. Good for a scalp. Pushing up again. At this point, if I were going to go long, I will need like good setups. You know, we already had Big Mama hit and we're coming back down. I will need like a good setup now to go long. Like I'm not just going to keep going long here because now we're beneath, obviously, Big Mama. So my runner got stopped out and I'm just going to wait for a good setup to go long if we do have a good opportunity. But other than that, we just sit on our pause. Big Mama's already hit, like that move is done. I could have maybe even drawn this channel and saw that we're probably going to hit the top of the channel. And we're just like in this tight channel right now. Trading. My PL is negative because I was down like 800 some dollars. But because of this trade, I was up. I'm back 52.50, negative 52.50. It's all good. But pandas, more importantly, I think on the daily chart, the second entry long does trigger here. That's why I'm thinking uptrend day today. Like, I think we're going to be uptrend. I mean, that second entry long triggering, that's a pretty big deal in terms of price action, in my opinion. When you have this trap here, and then the thing is, this is a double trap here. Because you thought, right, you had the trap here that triggers, and then you have this trap triggers, and this trap is failing, and now we're going the other way. So it's a lot of traps going on, and I just feel like this trap could be a strong push up, especially because we got that Pikachu second entry long on the daily chart. I'm not sure how it's going to look like on this chart, but I feel like we have more room to go up, pandas. We got to trade smart though, pandas. Be patient. The 5-minute may be showing exhaustion move here. Exhaustive bar, perhaps. 5-minute also creating this wedge. Instead of the wedge, I'd rather look for the channel here. I think this is a channel on 10,000 tick chart currently showing. I think it's similar to the channel I have on my 2000 tick. Yep, it's the same channel on my 2000 tick. If this is a two-tier channel, then we're right in the middle of it. It can act as support. You can see with the midline here is faint, but I make it faint on purpose because it's too much noise otherwise on the chart. Second entry long, maybe. That's what I'm looking for. Man, is there going to be a Black Friday discount to like an indicator? Maybe. Hey, make sure you guys hit that bell notification icon, because if there is, trust me, you guys will be... I will notify you guys right away. I will notify you guys right away. Two-leggy, perhaps. Do I like it? Maybe. I don't like how weak the reaction was after Big Mama. We're coming back down, kind of going in and out now. It might create the second entry long here, pandas. Do I like it though? We'll break a trend, new high, and we could keep pushing higher here. Strong bear bar on 10K chart, strong bear bar on a 5-minute chart as well. Just put a pull up. Would you take a second entry long off the 20 EMA here? Would you take this two-legged pullback? Or would you take the trap trade? It's a pull for you guys. The problem with the poll is sometimes it's like you don't have much time to answer the question because it happens so quickly. I can only put it up once the second pullback happens, and sometimes second pullback it creates a second entry long right away. Second entry long coming off the 20 EMA here. Maybe creating a staircase pattern here with this pivot high. Bouncing off here. It's a small risk, pandas, and I'm willing to take it. It's a very small risk here. Second entry long. Small risk. It's a little bit choppy, but right now we're above this pivot, hitting the pivot high. Or this previous major pivot high. And we're right on it. So I'm thinking perhaps we can bounce off of it here. Find some support there. Looking for 2 points and then a runner. See if we can get it. Maybe one of those trades I should just reverse. Oh, the moment it triggers, it just reacts very poorly. I like the risk though. The risk is very small. It's just 2.5 points. And, you know, we got the breaker trend new high. We could look for the reversal here instead. That might have been the better trade. But, yeah, I don't mind taking that risk. I don't mind taking that risk. In fact, if we get another push up, I'll enter again long. I'll try this trade again. Small teeny risk for potentially, you know, the probability I think is pretty good here. And the risk is small. It's very rare you get those combinations. Getting a micro double bottom here, potentially. Higher low second entry long. Like I said, even if it triggers, I will enter again if we get another second entry long here. Like even if we get stopped out. Thinking this is still a good trade. It's a bad signal bar, but I'm going to re-enter again. Try again. Be a double position to go long here. Again, super small signal bar.
5-minute trap.
Double position here. We're going to just treat it like two different trades. Two separate trades here. Triple, micro triple bottom here currently. Micro double top. Gonna enter this with another entry here, or enter again double position. And again, I don't mind getting stopped out here because the risk is so small. It's like 2.5 points for 2-point reward plus potential runner. Ooh, that doesn't look good. You're thinking you get stopped out with another bar that looks like this. You're thinking certainly, yep, get stopped out. I get stopped out with slippage. Okay, at least I didn't get stopped out with slippage there. Ends up stopping me out. Do I want to re-enter again, try again? Probably need a higher low now in order for me to go long here. So, though we got Big Mama, we thought we can get again, but we'll need a higher low setup in my opinion because now this is getting a little sketchy. Second entry long off the 20 MA. Decent signal bar, but the signal bar is larger now. Now you're talking about 3-point risk instead of 2.5-point risk. Again, higher low will be the setup I'm looking for here. We're off the 20 MA. be first break of this trend, looking for a new high potentially. And getting very choppy at this point, right? A lot of overlapping bars. Markets, you know, it tried to break beneath this pivot high. And it created this wick here, reversal candle. I try to enter long on this like doji looking bar. That could have been, you know, plus I didn't really wait till it hit the 20 MA. Maybe got a little too eager there. It does pop up here. It does push up strongly now. Triggering Big Mama once again. This could be the second entry long that I needed. But like I mentioned, I need a higher low. Also, this trap basically fails. With a higher low, I'll enter long again. Only with a higher low setup though.
10,000 tick trap.
Trap triggers on 10,000 tick chart with this move up. Trap also on the 5-minute chart does trigger as well. Give me a higher low setup and I'll be interested in going long here. I'm not sure if the market's gonna be generous enough to give it to us. We're still above the 20 MA. As you can see, we're floating above it. Like, we may just need to enter long if we break above any of these any of these highs here. It may be a long trade. And for those who are really eager to go long here, are looking to go long above the break of this candle, these candle highs. The highs of these candles. So now they're going long. Always in long. Like I mentioned, I'm still waiting for my setup. But eager bulls may be entering long at the break of this high. Still pushing up. Still pushing up. Looking for follow through on this bar. Having a tough time breaking above the previous day's high. Again, limit order bulls. Eager to buy here. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for my setup. I have a clear setup here. Higher low. That's all I'm looking for. And we're not getting it. And the market is going to go without us most likely. Like, if it does go up, it'll most likely go up without us. I mean, that's what you're risking here, right? You're risking missing this trade, but you want a higher probability setup. But the price you're paying is not entering, right? Not entering the trend when you can. That's the price you're paying. So you can pay the premium, enter this trend while it goes up, or wait for a better setup and potentially miss the move up. Strong bull bars. Ending on their high. Like I mentioned, this pivot was acting as support off of here. We bounced off of it, off the 20 MA. Got in a little too early. Should have maybe been a little more patient here. Could have waited for maybe some sort of breaker trend to new low. Pushes up and then down strongly. That's not what you want to see if you're a bull. You're thinking your premise may be wrong now. It might be a double top instead. Tricky stuff. Tricky stuff. Notice on the 5-minute chart, we still have not yet hit the 20 EMA. Strong push down. With this failing, you're thinking quite possibly a reversal here. And I may want to join the train. I don't know. You know, double top here. That's not what you want to see, right? This double top. Yeah. Confusing. Really confusing. Definitely need to follow through on this bar before making any conclusions. Strong bear bars and not being reversed. Sick. That's sick. Sick bar. Untradeable price action currently. I don't want to be negative today, obviously, but I may not have a choice. I simply may not have a choice here. I'm looking for a trap trade. Let's just say that. If we get a fail second entry long here, I'll take it. That's this. A, B, C, fail second entry long. Back to this trend line. That's what I'm thinking. But, man, daily chart. That Pikachu triggering, like, I was thinking, man, we're very bullish. We're going to be very bullish today. But who knows? Who really knows? Make sure you guys scalp that like button. If you guys don't know what Apex is, it's a prop firm that allows you to trade their money if you can pass their evaluation. And if you pass their evaluation, you can get funded up to $300,000. Woo-wee. So, if you can get funded $300K, trading someone else's money, that's quite an amazing opportunity for you as a trader. All right. Am I gonna get my setup here? Fail second entry long.
$10,000 tick trap.
Incredible move up. Like you thought this was gonna crash with the double top. Now we're finding ourselves here above the 20 MA. It's a lower high. First entry short. May trigger another second entry long here, but that's what I wanted to do so I can get the trap out of it. But this is looking weird. I mean, this is looking straight sideways right now. I mean, this looks sideways. So you have these strong bear bars, and now it's like answered with strong bull bar like this. You're thinking instead of a trend, instead of a reversal, you're thinking more maybe trading range for a while in this area, which I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, she's building a bridge. She's gonna build a bridge. She's building a tunnel. Someone made 20 points today. That's incredible. Incredible. I mean, you have to get early in one of these trends. What is happening here? Even if we get the trap at this point, it's so choppy, it may not be a valid trap. Them Chon asks, does Deal have an app? Not sure. It's a good question. Never looked for one. I'm thinking taking my trap here in this level if I get it. But what I'm missing here is an opportunity might just come back to the top of the trading range. The only reason why I want to take the trap is because this double top is right here. And yeah, might look for this trap because we have room to the bottom of this trend line. The bottom of the channel, I mean. But if we don't get an opportunity here, if we don't get an entry, then just let it go. As the Beatles say, let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Simple words of wisdom. Pushing down, no entry for me on this down move. Confusing. Very confusing. Could be a breaker trend to new low, but beneath the 20 EMA, and we still haven't hit the 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Notice the 5-minute chart clearly above the 20 EMA here. Could just be an uptrend though still. Potential trap. Micro double top. Doesn't even give me the second entry long. Doesn't even respect me enough to give me that second entry long. So disrespectful. It might just go without me now. All the market's giving me is this micro double top, but I'm gonna say if you're not gonna give me what I want, I don't want it. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it unless you give me what I want. Completely sideways, choppiness.
$10,000 tick trap.
10,000 tick trap. Trap is that we're referring to? 10,000 tick chart, right? Has a trap trade waiting here on this second entry short. A, B, C, second entry short. It's currently failing Trap City, and if it triggers, it might be a strong move up. Market says we'll give you a micro triple top. We won't give you your second entry long, but we can give you a micro triple top. Do you want to take the micro triple top? I may take this micro triple top. I may take the micro triple top if it gives it to me. Disrespect though. Micro triple top is that equivalent to a second entry long at least. At least. Jamie asks, how do I effectively trade limit order markets? I don't trade them at all. I'm not good at them. To me, they're not worth it for me. The probability is low, and also the risk reward is also low. So you have the worst combination of things: bad risk reward and also bad probability. So if you're really good, you can take those trades. But for me, I'm obviously not really good. So what is going on, pandas? Finally.
5-minute trap.
Oh, okay, now it's going up. Maybe back to the top of the trading range. It's small, but it's a trading range. Trap may trigger on the higher time frames here. I mean, you're thinking double top and you're thinking strong move down, but now trading range is starting to take over. Yeah, might come back to the top of it. We're above the 20 MA now. Hard to take the short trade now, even harder. It's complete sideways movement here. FOMC member Mester speaks. I don't think it really makes a difference. Huh. I don't know anymore, pandas. I don't know what to do. You tell me what to do, pandas. You tell me what to do. Don't want to take this trap trade to the short side? Not really. Not really. It just looks too choppy.
5-minute trap.
And there's traps about to trigger on the higher time frames. Ugh. Could be a wedge bottom here as well. Trap just triggered on the 5-minute chart. Amazing. Trap may trigger all. Also on the 10,000 tick chart, traps triggered on both of these higher time frames. Sick. It's like in the worst position. To me, it doesn't mean anything because of how bad the price action has been. But that is a trap. Sick trap. 5-minute sick trap as well. I'm not trading them though. It's too sideways for me. Not all traps are created equal. If it was like a reversal trade, then maybe. Or even if we were looking for a new high, then maybe. But new high has already been created. 10,000 tick chart, new high has already been created. 5-minute chart, new high has already been created. Also top of the wedge. Also 5-minute, we have not yet touched the 20 EMA. The lower tick frame just complete sideways movement. Again, it's just annoying. Not much we can do here. Just watch. Just watching. I feel like this is bullish still, but the main problem for me right now is a 5-minute. This is causing a bunch of problems for me to go long. Like, even this trap trades here, it could burst up, but I can't take it because we have not yet touched the 20 EMA. I feel like we need to touch home base here before making a serious move. We do have a pattern here, though, where we're basically bouncing off the open, right? Today's open, we're bouncing off of it. And this is technically not a second entry long. But if you look at it, it's kind of 2 pushes down. Some people can consider that as 2 attempts down. And we could push higher here. Certainly on the lower time frame now, we're getting some strong engulfing bar here. What a move up. Okay, it's moving up, pandas, and it didn't even touch the 20 MA. Wow. Okay, this wedge bottom might have been enough. We're making possibly new highs here. If this is a strong bull bar, that's going to be really tempting for me to start going long here. Strong bull bar ending on its high on the lower time frame. Also on 10,000 tick chart. Strong bull bar ending on its high on that trap. 5 minute as well. Maybe strong bull bar. We'll see. We'll let it finish. Very hard for me to trade this, to be honest. Like, it's hard for me to go long anywhere here. I may take a breakout trade here, but it would require a trap trade. Failed second entry short. Now we're pushing higher. Could make a new high today. We could have a strong bull trend day today, Pandas. I'm telling you. We can possibly have a strong bull trend day today. And it could just grind up all day. It might be one of those grindy days. Just grinds up all day long. Big strong push up. Hey, I mean, I wanted to go long, but I just couldn't without touching the 20 MA first. Hitting our heads on the wedge here. It's hard for me to go long there, Pandas. It just really is. But I have a feeling we're going to go long. Like, we're going to have a strong move up today. Had a feeling. I mean, it still hasn't really happened, but just have a feeling it's gonna keep going up with that, especially with the failed the Pikachu trade on the daily chart. Daily chart Pikachu trade. This could launch up. It could really launch up here. I may take a trap trade here. It's very overextended, but I may take the trap here for some momentum. It's a very risky trade, though. But I'm eager to enter long here. I think this is a breakout. I'll wait for a second entry long. That's what I'm waiting for. Yeah, most of you guys are saying it's just trading range. Nothing's really happening, so that's what I feel like is happening as well. But right now, second entry long. Who knows? This might be a failed breakout. Reverse here. So confusing. What is happening? Trap might trigger here. Trap trade may trigger. I'm curious to see if we get a second entry long here. Okay, trap trade does trigger. A little overextended for me. So for me, I'll wait for the second entry long coming off the 20 MA instead. I typically would be eager to enter this trade, but Again, we're so far away from 20 EMA on the 5-minute. I can see this drawback at any point in time. Plus, this trap in general is just far away from 20 EMA. A little too far away. It'd be a pure momentum trade. Okay, I'm glad I didn't enter that long because I'll be sweating. But you're still safe, right? Your signal bar is here, so you get stopped out if you go one tick beneath here, but you're still safe here, you're still above it. You're just in the red right now. Pretty scared now you get stopped out with this bar here like this. Technically, you're still safe, but you're a little worried. If you break beneath here, well, yeah, you're pretty much certain you're gonna get stopped out. Let's take a second entry long if we get one in this area, and if this just goes blast off here, then let it be. Very clear what I'm trying to do here. I want a second entry long off the 20 EMA. I don't want to take this trap. I don't want to take a second attempt in this trap. You know, I'm just going to let it play out. I know exactly what I want. I'm not getting it. But. Okay, strong bull bar, ending on its high. Now you're happy, right? If you went long here, you're like, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Ending on its high, you're thinking at least a scalp for you. If we break this pivot high, ending the stream. Ending the stream, pandas. Forget that. Can't enter this. I wanted that second entry long, but didn't get it. Pandas, that being said, hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Trade safe, everyone. And yeah, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. 9 o'clock for the pre-market show, 9:15 for the main stream. And as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.